Thank you for listening to the AWR podcast. I have a special guest. First time on the Are We Recording podcast, Bradley Johnson from, where are you from? New Orleans, right?
I am from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Brian Batty.
New Orleans, Louisiana. You can tell by your thick Cajun accent where you're from.
Tell by my thick southern drawl.
He is a friend of mine I work with. He likes the challenge. He likes football, so that's what we're going to go with. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. Prove me wrong if I'm wrong.
I mean, those aren't the only two things I like, but those are two things that I like indeed, yes.
All right. So the challenge started on Tuesday. Yes. How excited were you? As excited as me?
Always excited for the challenge, Batty.
Of course. It's my fourth favorite sport. So let's just roll through some moments that I've thought interesting. How do you feel about the Are You the One people being involved?
Well, I've never seen that show. I have no idea who these people are. I mean, I think it's interesting. There's so many of them.
A lot. Yeah.
It kind of threw off the dynamic a little bit.
What I'm nervous about, it makes me nervous that this is what MTV is going to start doing now for the challenge, is just start taking people from all their shows. Like a girl from 16 and Pregnant is going to come on.
Oh, here's hoping.
You know, like I'm nervous about that. Like I don't like that. Like I like just give me real worlders, because I get that season to get to know them. You know, it's kind of like minor league baseball.
Yeah.
You get that season, you get to know him, and you get to be like, oh yeah, he would be good on the challenge, or he would have good politics. This is a smart cat. So I'm a little weary about that, because I don't want to have to start watching shows like Are You the One, you know?
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
What
wants to do that?
Did you? I mean, yeah, I don't. Except for a friend of mine, like I said pre-show, did say that the guy who looks like Shaggy I would like. Apparently, he's kind of cool.
Nah, I hate him already.
Me too. I don't like any of them. That Adam dude he looked like a wax figure.
Him and the girl he was with, they were both like just obnoxious, real world challenge, stereotypes, like archetypes. Yeah. Like they knew full well who they're supposed to be on camera and is obnoxious.
No, right. And like what was the thing you texted me yesterday? What was that all about? Do you want me to go through the text, or do you want to just, you know what I'm talking about?
Go through the text, Batty.
All right. Well, this is exciting to listen to right now. All right. So you said, going to sleep last night, I decided to watch Fresh Meat.
Oh yeah.
And it made me realize how painfully dumb the current people are. Would you care to
painfully dumb
elaborate a little bit?
I guess I miss the. I mean, the whole like dynamic of the show has changed so much. Just in how long has it been on? For about 55 years?
This is the 26th season.
But the real world as a whole, like the people keep getting more and more fake and cartoony as it goes on.
Right.
And the biggest difference between like even 10 years ago, I guess, was Fresh Meat, something like that, 8 years ago.
Yeah.
The current women are very, very, very weak. They're not competitors like they were back when you had like Evelyn and Coral.
I miss Evelyn.
I miss her.
As much as she was so annoying and weird and like not like good for like television really. Like
on her shoulder, but she was a competitor.
Right. Well, basically the way I look at it is like 10 years ago, there was no like fame to be had from being on The Real World.
Oh, sure there was.
Well, not like it is now. Like not as much. Like
Real World Las Vegas, the first one changed everything, because that's when everyone just became a crazy person.
Well,
post Trishelle, it's what I define my life as pre Trishelle and post Trishelle. And post Trishelle, everyone decided, yeah, you got to fuck at least 7 people in the hot tub within your first 3 hours of Real World. Otherwise, you're not doing it right.
No, right. Well, what else are you there for?
But anyway, I feel like that's what like the current crop of girls are. It's like beautiful girls like Jonna who aren't good for anything.
Nothing.
Like I'm always like, why are you going there? Why are you there?
Right.
Like you can't be enjoying yourself. You are.
Just failing over and over again.
What are you doing? And she's done what, like 7, 6, something like that challenges now?
I don't remember a world where John A wasn't on the challenge. Honestly. Like it's, like I don't even know what the challenge. Like it's like Zach. Like I know he's like semi-new still, but like what is the challenge like without like Zach?
Yeah.
You know, like it's almost like I don't remember.
Oh my God, doesn't he look just like Thor? That has to be said in the first episode of every challenge.
Like he's like
he looks like Thor, right, guys? Yes. Okay.
Like did you see like the previews? It looked like he was like making out with somebody.
Oh, I didn't see that. Like
and like where it's like this season on the challenge.
Oh, I should have watched it in preparation to chat with you, but I always click that off because they show too much.
What? See? Are you weird? You're one of those weird people who don't like previews for TV shows either. That's so weird. Oh, when they go through this season on the challenge montage, that's like one of my favorite. Like, I mean, that's like my life. That like gets me going. Like that's what keeps me. It is
like the most like traumatic 30 seconds ever. It's just like screaming and fighting and someone on a stretcher.
Yeah, always. There's always somebody on the stretcher, and like with like
that 30-second show is good.
They put like the heartbeat sound.
And the challenge is better than the challenge.
Like you're right. Sometimes it is. Sometimes they just played that once a week. You'd be like,
oh, I wouldn't be able to last like 2 minutes. I would be freaking out.
This show is way too intense for me. I gotta stop.
Way too intense.
But yeah, he was making out with somebody, and then like I saw John A. in one of my least favorite Real Worlders ever, Jay from the little tiny guy.
Jay,
remember him?
He's a new guy, huh?
Yeah, he was on. He was one of the rookies. He was on the last Real World season.
Okay, see, I haven't seen it.
Oh, see, okay. Well, yeah, you'll grow to hate him just as much as I do, I imagine. He's just like that little guy that always is like, yeah, I get so many girls, and like he was like cheating on Jenna. Jenna, the one that was like Zach was talking about her butt or whatever.
Yes.
Her and Jay are like exes.
Gotcha.
And they were like on the other on that Real World season, and
they're from the Real World scenes where they brought the exes on.
Explosion.
Yes, Explosion.
No, you know what's really...
It kind of makes this season a little stale that MTV's so obsessed with exes right now. Like, I remember the first Exes season being kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then like immediately they did the Real World X season, and now they're doing X's too. I'm like, and also they've really stretched the definition of X.
Very. They've stretched. Well, they stretched it with Rivals. Like Rivals was like if you shouted at a person, then they were your rival. like if you failed a challenge together, like you were rivals now. But yeah, I know what you mean. They've definitely. I mean, like apparently Bananas and Nani had like something, but like I have a real
bullshit.
Yeah, I have like a theory that it was brought to my attention on Facebook after I posted my last post about the season, and somebody said that their theory was that Johnny has like his current girlfriend. He's dating this like Olympic athlete, Hannah something. She's like an Olympic gold medalist skier or something, and I'm guessing that they wanted Johnny on the show because he's he's the GOAT. He's the greatest of all time. You can't just have the show without him. And so they just kind of made up this relationship to get them both on the show, because like his girlfriend apparently doesn't like Camilla, and so they were probably like, well, we got to get Bananas on. So I don't know what that is, but
it just it's garbage. I think. I mean, it's just to get him on, but like Nani kind of falls in the same category as that I would say John A. It's like. She's not a competitor. Doesn't look like she's enjoying herself.
She like looks like she's enjoying themselves when they're all just getting hammered by the pool.
Right.
That looks like a great time.
If they took the alcohol away from these challenges, no one would show up.
Oh God! Well, that's all they give them. They give them like alcohol and water and like 2 meals a day, and just put them in a box and say you can't leave. It's great. It's so good.
It's wonderful.
It's and like this season, 125 apiece for first place. Like that's kind of crazy.
That's okay. As you well know, I watched Fresh Meat. They had the same prize for them.
But for both people.
Oh, a piece.
Yeah, it's $250 for the winners. Yeah, that's crazy. That's a lot of money.
But here's the thing. How much do they get paid to be on the show? Because they gotta get paid to be on the show.
From what I've seen, they get paid like based on how many you've been on. So like Bananas gets paid more than like, you know, who else? Like one of the rookies, you know? I think they get like a lump sum.
Gotcha.
I think that's how it goes.
I mean, they gotta be getting paid something.
Yeah, well, of course.
Second or third place prizes that are $5,000, they'll be like, gotta get that $5,000. Are you getting paid to be on here? Like,
well, because the thing is most of them are just like broke, like, you know, like broke, like they're not successful. That's why they're on reality TV, because they have time to come do these things. You know,
they're successful in their own way, Brian.
Right? They're like bartenders, so they're as successful as we are.
Exactly.
They're actually more successful than me, technically, if that's the case.
Challenge.
Yeah, right. Where's my call? Where's my call? This is BS.
They yell at each other in front of MTV cameras.
How do you feel about the whole DM thing? Did that make you queasy a little bit when they showed her like talking about wanting to have kids?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it was
a little weird.
I love DM. She's an angel.
She is. And absolutely.
Yeah, it's a little weird. I mean, at the same time, my thought going into the season was they're gonna, you know, kind of whitewash everything about her. Like if she gets into any fights, they're not gonna show it out of respect to her, you know, that sort of thing. But yeah, apparently they're going for it, like showing that. I mean, I definitely don't think they should have not shown her talking about that, because I mean, that was her specific.
No, they could have gone without showing her saying, "If I win the money, I can adopt kids because I don't have ovaries because of cancer, and so I have to pay $40,000 for a surrogate. But if I win, I could do that and be a mother."
It was pretty heart-wrenching.
That's what I mean. I'm like sitting over here crying. I'm like, I'm trying to watch the challenge and enjoy myself for, you know, an hour. You know, how sad. But it's like, you know, there's no like right answer to that though.
Yeah.
Like, cause even Knight is like, I mean, like, what are they gonna do? Not show him being an asshole? But like, what are they gonna do? Not show him at all? Like, what, you know?
Show him at all. Yeah.
What else does he have? He doesn't have any. That's his move.
That's his trick.
He doesn't have another move.
Be an asshole. Like,
you know?
That's what he does.
That's why they invite him back, is because he'll cause drama and make people mad.
For sure.
So it's like, but they can't not show that, because then otherwise he wouldn't be in it.
I mean, there's plenty of drama going around, I feel. Like, it's not like everyone else is civilized and, oh, Knight, like, stop causing all your drama. Like,
you're interrupting tea time.
I'm interrupting tea time.
Excuse me, Knight. Me and Zach are trying to have some tea. Me and Zachary are enjoying our tea, Knight. It's 9:30. You should be going to bed. You know? I mean, I guess you got a point there.
So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like he was kind of in the background.
Well, except for when he's like, can I drop her yet? When he's like holding Jemmy over like between skyscrapers.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. You're like, they're dead. Like, they could have edited that out.
He was just funning.
Well, yeah. I mean, he's obviously not gonna do it, but they could have edited it. But you know, they didn't have to show that. It was an easy edit.
Yeah.
Easy edit.
Easy edit.
But I guess they're just going YOLO,
They're going
which
YOLO.
which is respectable.
Certainly.
Because I mean, what else are they gonna do? Any other challenge thoughts before we move on to football?
Well, who's your number one?
My pick to click.
Who's your number one seed?
My number one seed right now in the power rankings, challenge power rankings, it would have to be Sarah and Jordan.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, I don't know, especially because if Jordan just lets, like Sarah said, if she just lets him take care of it, or if he just lets her take care of everything, and he just goes out and does stuff, they'll be fine.
I agree. She's also
Where are you
like the shittiest luck.
Oh, dude, the curse.
The curse of Sarah. So there's
And
no way she wins.
Like she can't. I mean, even now she can't even get a partner with two hands.
Or a partner
Roblo?
liked,
Right.
That's mildly enjoyed.
I don't know, man. Vinny was pretty cool.
He was a righteous dude, yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
What about
Who's your
Wes
pick?
and Teresa, I think, is my other one. As much as I hate the both of them, I think that the two of them together, they're schemers.
They're schemers for sure,
It means they're
but
either
everybody
out next
hates.
episode or they go all the way.
Right. Because everybody hates Wes. Nobody likes him.
Yeah.
So like, and especially because he already tried stirring the pot, trying to put bananas in, like having a conversation with him.
Yeah.
I love when he was walking away and he was like, "Fuck you, by the way, for making me even have this conversation."
Freaking bananas.
Classic bananas.
Classic bananas.
Dude knows exactly what to say to get on TV. Been doing it for so long. So you're going Wes and Teresa. Let's make our picks right now. Lock them in.
No, I'm definitely saying Sarah and Jordan. I think Wes and Teresa's the second.
They're the dark horse?
They're the dark. Nah, because they're not a dark horse. They're both good. I just think they're another one who are.
No pun intended, but the dark horse pick is Leroy and Nia. Like, no, I didn't. Like, I'm not doing that on purpose because they're the only black team, but, like, they are the pick to click. Or the dark horse. The dark horse.
For whatever reason, Leroy, like, never makes it to the end, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Like.
Well, he made it to the end his first year, but, like.
Oh, with what's
like
Mike from.
Yeah, Mike.
Las Vegas too.
Mike.
That guy was cool.
He was a
goof.
goof.
Like a little chipmunk.
No, I mean, the thing is they're both good. Like Nia's, she's not an anchor, so she can like keep up. She'll be able to like do stuff and like won't hold him back. Dark horse, I don't know. Like in eliminations, like there's not a lot of people who can go toe to toe.
Because he's strong and he doesn't do anything, so they get rid of him. He's very like, he doesn't. He's a wallflower to a certain extent. And
yeah, but
like,
everyone seems to like him.
Don't anyone, Leroy? We don't trust you.
Who is that? Who is?
That was everyone in unison at the same time.
We don't trust you, Leroy.
You haven't broken any glasses.
All right. So moving on to probably next in the list, my fourth favorite sport to my third favorite sport, football.
Football.
Wait, before we go, pick a dark horse real quick.
Oh, for challenge?
Yeah. You have 7 seconds. 7.
I think there's gonna be at least one Are You the One team that sneaks all the way through.
No way.
For sure. There's too many of them.
They're just gonna get just filtered out. Like they're gonna get like exiled. Like people aren't like.
There's too many of them though. That's why West was trying the power play to begin with.
No, but Wes is an idiot. You step into the rookies' boat. Like these rookies don't know how to do it. Like he's like, oh well, there's all these rookies. Let me join with them. Well, the rookies they're never gonna win challenges.
Maybe, but there's just a lot of them. There's strength in numbers this year, like there hasn't been before. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Oh, also, how did you feel about real quick before we go on again? I forgot all about this. How did you feel about the whole
exile?
Like, yeah,
I knew it. Yeah. It's interesting. This is the first time they've done anything like this, so I'm kind of intrigued by what that means.
Like, I'm curious as to when they're gonna like tell people that. Wait a second, these people are still around. Like, when are they gonna tell the people that are still there?
Oh man, I don't know, but it's gonna be a bombshell.
The TJ bomb, baby. I love me some TJ. I'm just glad he's back.
TJ bomb.
Nobody hates quitters quite like TJ Lavin. That's for sure.
I'm just hoping Johnny Mosley comes back at some point.
No, get Johnny Mosley's the worst.
Sorry, Coral, you're going home. Sorry, Theo. That's my Johnny Mosley.
Okay.
Very good.
All right, so since Johnny Mosley got brought up, I officially don't want to talk about the challenge anymore. So we're going to move on to football. All right, so playoffs this weekend. And you know what? This is usually the best weekend. This weekend and the next weekend are my two favorite football weeks.
I think next weekend's going to be better. There's still some duds this weekend, I think.
All right, well, let's start. Ravens-Patriots. It's the 3 o'clock Saturday game.
One of the aforementioned dud games.
You think this is a dud?
I do, yeah. I think
You just say, are you with me and you just so sick of watching the Ravens play football and Joe Flacco?
Joe Flacco is the Johnny Mosley of football.
Oh my God, that's like perfect. Joe Flacco is the Johnny Mosley of the NFL.
And I mean, this is lose-lose because I don't care. I don't hate the Pats like I maybe did in the past, but I'm just like, I'm over it. And the Ravens, it's just like, it's got to end at some point. Just like when it's not if, it's when. Like, just get out of here. Get out of here, Ravens.
If I never had to watch the Ravens play football again, I'd be in heaven. It's what's that song? That Bruno Mars song? As your sex takes me to paradise. I would just start singing that uncontrollably. I would just start dancing around the living room like if they got like disbanded as an organization, that would just be. I got a couple interesting stats for this game. You ready? Okay, at home in the playoffs, Brady has thrown 7 picks in 3 games versus the Ravens. He's thrown 7 picks in 12 other home playoff games combined.
Interesting.
Stat number 2. At home in the playoffs under Belichick and Brady, they are 1-2 versus the Ravens and 11-1 versus everyone else.
Fair enough. Okay, but this is not the same Ravens team.
Is it not? Seems like the same exact Ravens team it always is.
It's not the same Ravens team in 2 ways, because it's not the powerhouse defense it once was, and in the same way it is the same Ravens team because it is a lot of the same people who are just really old now. Like Terrell Suggs is still a thing. Like, so in the sense, like, I don't know, it's not the same team that's causing the turnovers that they made in years past.
But you know what, though? We were saying the same nonsense about them 2 years ago, and they won the Super Bowl. You know what it comes down to with the Ravens is how many pass interference calls Joe Flacco can bait the refs into giving them. I'm serious. Like, I hate it so much. I hate the Ravens.
I think it would be a major bummer if they win this game. I mean, it's completely out of the realm of possibility, but
no, it definitely isn't. But why do you think that is? Like, what
looks better than they've looked since the last time they were the best they've looked since they were in the Super Bowl. Though I hate saying it, I'm like throwing up in my mouth, but like you
talking about New England, right?
Yeah. The New England's looked great this year. Like they're finally staying healthy. Like all the new guys they've picked up in the last year or two, like are finally clicking, gelling. Like, you know, the defense is actually getting shit done. Like.
Right, the defense is actually good this year for the first time in a long time.
Right.
But you know what? You know how it's really hard to play defense is against the refs when they're just throwing pass interference calls, when Joe Flacco just throws it in the air real high and real deep down the field and gets bailed out. What? Okay, Haloti Ngata is coming back. Is that how you pronounce it? I don't know how to pronounce names that start with an N, but it's like you only barely pronounce the N.
Ngata.
Well, he's got to play well if the Ravens have a.
That was good.
I mean, I like, you just toss one of those up. I'm not gonna not say that. Like, it may be the obvious one, but sometimes the obvious jokes are the best jokes.
Yes.
Because no one else will say them. He's coming back. He's actually playing. I don't know if maybe they'll just allow him to take Adderall while he plays this time. I don't know what the deal is with that. Who do you think takes more Adderall before this game, Brandon Browner or Haloti Ngata?
Well, Ngata go with Ngata, right?
Yeah, do you think he ever says to his dealer, I gotta get those Adderall?
God, this is the worst. We ain't gotta move on to the next game.
We ain't gotta. Well, okay. All right. Well, let's give our picks real quick.
I'm going Pats.
Score?
Oh man.
Gotta do it.
Let's say 31-17.
31-17 Pats. I'm writing this down so I can make fun of you later.
Because I'm not.
Well, neither of our picks are going to be right. Let's just get that out of the way right now.
Come on, reach for the stars.
Reach for the stars. Okay, fine. I'm going to go 28-24 Ravens.
Ooh.
Because Brady can't beat him. I don't know. That mojo. There's something there. There's something about it.
We'll see.
Panthers Seahawks. It's the Saturday night game.
I just hate that the Panthers are still being talked about.
Let's just get it out of the way now. You're a Saints fan. You're salty that it's not Saints Seahawks in the Saturday night game. Be honest.
Not particularly.
Well, because the Seahawks would just beat you guys into smithereens.
Well, yeah, it's happened before, okay? And I'm still and no, it's just that's why I felt when the Saints didn't make the playoffs, I was like, so we didn't limp into the playoffs and get beaten by somebody in the first round. Like, so what? Better draft pick.
Yeah, high draft pick, right in the teens.
Yeah, come on.
I don't know. This game is like, do the Panthers have a shot? Do they?
No.
No, I didn't think so either. Russell Wilson, by the way, is
not in Seattle.
Russell Wilson's 3-0 versus Cam Newton.
Good.
Well, I don't know, man. Listen, Carolina's defense is playing great right now, and No, there's no end. They're like top 5 DVOA in the last 7 weeks or something like that. But dirty little secret about the Seahawks team, and my Seahawks are my pick to win the Super Bowl this year. But the dirty secret about them, they don't have a receiver that can get open on third down at all.
Oh, they've got no passing game at all.
No.
None.
Right. And Russell Wilson he's been pressured on, I think it was like 30-something% more dropbacks than Peyton Manning's been pressured on this year.
Well,
you don't have the stat, but I don't either. But I think they can beat the Panthers, but if the Panthers somehow hold the Seahawks offense in check, I don't know. I could Cam Newton doing Cam Newton type stuff. Maybe.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Honestly, I'm just throwing it out there to just throw it out there at this point.
They've limped in as far as they can go. It's time.
They're done limping now.
Okay, nightmare scenario: Ravens Panthers Super Bowl.
I'm not watching.
I'm not watching.
I'll call work and beg to get a shift. I will beg to get someone's shift at work.
Nightmare.
I will. I wouldn't watch that.
Gross.
Worst. All right. So what's your pick? Panthers, Seahawks.
Seahawks. 2014.
You think the Panthers? Wow, 2014. I'm not doing 2014. It's going to be a 13-9 nonsense game.
You think so?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think so. Well, they played each other this year, didn't they?
I think so. Yeah, they did. And
Yes. Okay, I've got it in front of me. It's 13-9. Yeah, 13-9 at Carolina. So I think
yeah, there you go.
Seattle's going to pop off at home, like for sure. There's no way. I don't think Carolina can get it together at home.
I mean 13-9. It's their defense is good and the Seahawks offense is bad. And what's gonna happen is Marshawn's gonna have like a late third.
Isn't bad. They're just not a flashy stat team.
Well, okay, they have a good run game.
Like they're like a better Carolina.
Okay, yeah, that's good. I like that. But they're still not putting up a lot of points.
No.
Their job is to score enough points to have the defense not lose it.
I think Seattle's hot right now. They got this game at home. They've had 2 weeks to prepare for it. Like, I think it couldn't be better for them to be up against Carolina.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I don't think the Carolina's going to win, but I think it's going to be one of those games where the score's close, but the actual like play on the field isn't close. You know, like, if you watch the game, you think Seattle was the better team, but if you just look at the score, it's like, whoa, close game, exciting. Right. Okay, moving on to Sunday, the noon matinee on Sunday, the one that Troy Aikman and Joe Buck are just literally just pooping in their pants excited about, is Cowboys-Packers. Do you think that Joe Buck has ever been happier in his life than when he found out that he got to call this game?
No.
No, never. He is so excited to
children baby has. Does he have children? He probably has.
I don't know. Who cares? I don't like Joe Buck, so I hope he doesn't have children, so I don't have to listen to his children call football games and ruin them.
Well, obviously Dallas is coming off like one of the most controversial playoff games I can remember in recent memory. Like, oh man, like, I'm just ready to stop talking about Jerry Jones. So that's, if any reason, that's why I'm rooting for Green Bay in this one.
Did you see him celebrating in the owner's box
with Chris Christie? Yeah.
Like, you know why the Cowboys aren't going to win this game? It has nothing to do with the fact that they're playing possibly the greatest quarterback ever. They're not going to win this game because of the way that they celebrated last week.
Okay.
Like, fair. Dez was like crying, like he just had his first son. Yeah. Like he was like they celebrated like they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And so they're not ready for another one of those. They let out so much emotion last week that it's just not how it works.
Oh man. That was
like, it's why March Madness teams. Think of a March Madness team. They get that one upset and then they get blown out like a 13 seed. They win that first game and they just get blown out 2 days later because, well, that last game was their Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And beating one of the worst franchises in sports history was somehow their Super Bowl last week.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. I completely agree with you. I think Green Bay has the momentum too, and they're a better team, and I just really want Dallas to not be in the conversation anymore.
I mean, honestly, I don't like either of these teams particularly, especially not the that team that plays up north from here. I don't even want to say their name.
The CFL team?
The CFL team.
Montreal Alouettes, is that what you're talking about?
The Argonauts? Isn't it the Toronto Argonauts or something like that?
I hope it is.
You know, my dad's a really weird story. My dad is a huge Canadian Football League team, or Canadian Football League fan.
I hate your dad.
Like, like growing up, like I just remember being in my parents' house. Bri, come upstairs. You got to see this. The Canadian League football. Look at the end zones. I got it. Like, I get it. Like, long field, cool. Like, I'm over it. I already was over it real quick.
Does he hate the CFL now because of the Mark Trestman experience?
I mean, I'm just gonna pretend the last 2 years of my life never happened. Like, I'm just gonna exit him out of memory. So like, hopefully when I'm later in life, when I'm reminiscing about Bears coaches, I don't even have Mark Trestman come to like my brain. Like, I don't even want him.
Mike Ditka was coach for 3 decades.
Do that one again. Do a Chicago accent again.
Dicko was coach for like 4 decades. What are you talking about?
None of us thought anything like that.
Yeah, deep dish pizza, you know?
Okay, honestly, since living here, how much deep dish pizza have you actually had?
Too much.
Too much. Jeez,
I've eaten more pizza in the 3 years that I've lived here than I think my previous years of existence put together. It's disgusting. It's really disgusting. I'm upsetting doctors everywhere.
Well, hey, dude, we don't just got best pizza for a reason. Look at us. We're talking about pizza and Canadian Football League instead of the Cowboys Packers. This is what I said. I don't know. I don't see the Cowboys winning this game because of how. But look at us. Look at us, idiots. Between us, there's only been one upset picked, and no way all 4 favorites cover. It just never happens.
Well, I got an upset coming. Relax.
Oh, you got an upset coming.
Relax.
Oh, you got it coming. It's on its way. Okay. So let's get the Cowboys-Packers score locked and loaded in
This
here.
is a tough one, man. I think I want to say if there's one game that's going to be a blowout, it's this one.
Yeah, I agree.
So I'm saying 36-16.
You're a real big jerk, I literally had in my head 35-17. Like it was like I was about to say it.
I'm just making up numbers. I don't even know.
I know
I don't know how football works. I'm just saying.
You're still a jerk for picking a random number that probably won't come up. So 36-16 is what you got?
Yeah, Packers.
A random ass score. How do we? I'm trying now. 6. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say it's gonna be like 35-10, and then the Cowboys are gonna score a touchdown in garbage time. Like Dez will catch a garbage time touchdown. All right, so you're gonna go 36-16.
Yeah.
Okay, so you said you had an upset coming, and there's only one game left. So I'm no math major, but I imagine that it's this one. Am I correct?
It is.
All right, so we're gonna just start this off, and you're just gonna tell me why you think so. Go.
Well, we all know what Peyton Manning is in playoffs.
He's the Papa John's
You're
spokesman.
talking about Tom Brady versus the Ravens. This is Peyton Manning's life versus everyone. And it makes no sense. It's not fair because he's the greatest of all time. But it is what it is. And I think that Andrew Luck can take his team all the way to the Super Bowl, honestly. Not win, but I think the Colts can get there.
I like your moxie, and I understand what you're going for here. And I appreciate it. I appreciate the effort. But the Colts have no running game. None at all. Zero. Maybe possibly the worst running game in football history. And they have no defense at all. Who are they stopping? Who are they stopping? Anybody? Do you think if we took
they're actually not a bad defense at all. I'm pulling up. Right. They're 12th in passing, 18th in rushing.
All right, so
that's not a bad defense. The running
they're
game. They're
super average.
Well, that's above average. There's 32 teams, buddy.
There's, like I said before, I'm no math major. Hold on, here. I'm gonna do the games right now. I'm gonna look right now. Didn't they play earlier this year? By the way.
I don't remember. I don't think they did. No, they did. Yep.
Here we go.
They lost.
They lost by a lot, right?
No, 1 touchdown. 1 possession game.
But wasn't it one of those games where it was like I said, it was a lot?
What's that?
Oh, it was week 1. Yeah. Okay, so week 1's kind of. No, I remember that game. The Broncos were up 31-7 in the second half. All right, so they let up. Let's see. Oh, they held the Ravens to 13, so there must not be a lot of pass interference calls in that game. They shut out Andy Dalton,
Yes.
and then the next week they got lit up by the Steelers. I'm trying to see good teams. So they got lit up by the Steelers, good team. They got lit up by the Patriots, good team. Brian Hoyer dropped 24 on them. Bad team, bad quarterback. Redskins threw 27 up on them. Cowboys threw 42 on them. They lost to the preseason. Yeah, they lost to the Giants in the preseason, bro. How do they expect to beat the Broncos?
Everyone always whoever beats the Giants in the preseason always wins the Super Bowl, including the Giants.
No, I think that's accurate. Like I think inter squad scrimmage.
Yeah,
they won.
Here's what it is. Here's what it is. They're my pick for two reasons. One, like you said, the favorites can't win all 4 games. It just can't happen. And I think if there's one team that can do it, it's Indy. And also for me, it's just I have such a strong desire for there not to be any Brady or Manning in the Super Bowl. And so Andrew Luck is my great white hope to buck the establishment.
He's the Larry Bird of his generation.
He is. He is not the John. He's the T.J. Lavin.
He's the T.J. Lavin of the NFL. That's right.
Of the NFL.
I mean, listen, I got as much love for Andrew Luck as the next guy, besides probably the Colts owner. I mean, I'm sure he likes him a lot more than me.
Yeah,
well, he's probably too pilled out to know what's going on. Do you think? Never mind. I was gonna go with a joke about him and Nagata and them having the same pill guy.
Ugh.
Nagata got those pills. What's up with your guy? So we're gonna Nagata. No. I mean, I don't know, man. The Broncos are good. Like, and they're just okay. Like, they're good. Like
they were last year, though, right? Would you agree to that?
I agree with that. Their defense is better.
Yes. Well, yes. Okay, I'd say that.
Their defense is better. I mean, the Colts. Like, this is where not having a run game can bite you in the ass. Just because the Broncos are smart enough. Like, they all have experience. Like, they'll just be like, okay, fine, run on 6. If you can run on 6 guys, then you win, because we're just gonna drop back everybody and force Andrew Luck to overthrow his receivers all day.
Yeah.
That's the plan. I mean, I don't know. I think the Colts are just like, they're good, but like they need a lot of help for Andrew Luck. I think Andrew Luck is the only reason that we're thinking that at all.
Sure.
So I got Broncos by not a lot, just because of that. Like, if I were a gambler, and I'm not a gambler.
Good.
But if I were, what I would do is I would bet the Broncos to cover, and I would bet the Colts to win the second half, because you can bet like at halftime.
Mm-hmm.
I would bet the Colts to win the second half, because I feel like it's going to kind of go a lot like their Week 1 game. Like, Broncos are just going to come out swinging. They're going to go up by a lot, and then the second half they're going to pump the brakes, and the Colts are going to score some points, but it's not going to be enough. I mean, do you see that?
I can see it. I mean, with the Broncos in general, like, that's a fair assessment. Like, they are a very early team. Like, that's their style. If they don't dominate in the first half, like, that's when they really go down.
Yeah.
Like, that's what you saw that in the Super Bowl last year. Like, they don't they're not a bounce back team. They're a dominate from the start team.
Agreed.
Like, they're not as good at playing from behind. So, I mean, if you're the Colts, you need to get in there and get in there quick.
Right. But again, don't underestimate Peyton Manning wanting to beat Andrew Luck in the playoffs. Like, I think that is like, because he pays attention to Andrew Luck.
Yes.
And Peyton doesn't want to lose to him before it's like time to retire. So don't take that. I wouldn't forget about that part of the equation just yet. On the same token, like on the other side of that coin, Andrew Luck would love to beat Peyton Manning in a playoff game.
I don't think he would not love. That's a fair thing to say.
Right, sure. Whatever the hell you just said, I'm in. Like, I agree. Whatever that was.
That was like a triple negative. I probably didn't even mean what I meant.
No, I get it. No, what you were saying is that Joe Flacco is the TJ or is the Johnny Mosley of.
Don't you dare! He is Johnny Mosley.
I would never compare Joe Flacco to TJ Lavin, and if I do, I'd rather just go jump off of the roof of my apartment building.
So, who is your Super Bowl pick then?
Well, I mean, right now it's Seahawks, Patriots, but like that's so chalk and that's so boring. Like that's so like it's like, oh, I'm really going out on a limb picking those, But I mean, I don't know. Yeah, Seahawks, Patriots, and Gronk is the deciding factor. But we'll talk about that next week. We'll get more into that as it's coming along. But like right now, yeah, Seahawks, Patriots right now. Put a gun to my head, that's what I'd say. But please don't put a gun to my head.
I won't.
You sure? Because I know how you New Orleans people get.
Well, I don't even know. Is that like mildly racist or something? Because I'm not going to tolerate that.
Is that what you're taking? Did you just take that to that level? Is that what you're doing?
I think that you're making gross statements about an entire people. And we're a resurgent people. We love gumbo, and we don't appreciate your sass.
No sass. No sass down there.
No sass.
No sass.
So much sass, Brian. So much
Is that
sass.
Is your New Orleans' low like name or what is that? What about motto? Is it no sass in the swamp? Is that what you guys say?
I'll call Harry Connick Jr. and ask him if we can make that the slogan. He decides that.
All right, yeah. Just let me know.
Him
text me how that
Brees
goes.
and Anthony Davis and Lil Wayne get together.
Is Anthony Davis already sitting at that table?
No.
Already? He might not even stay.
He's like at the next table and he's like, "Hey guys, I've got an opinion too." And they're like, "Whatever."
He's at like table like 32.
Right.
He's like right there. I was gonna say you're already throwing him at the fucking the round like the table,
And it was absurd to say.
Yeah, I mean, he could be, but when he comes back to play in Chicago and his contract's up, then I don't think you could still let him there,
No, he's not at that table. Drew Brees is like above all else, and then
right, Drew Brees, Lil Wayne, like they're sitting at a different point.
Wayne is a traitor. We don't like Wayne anymore.
Why not?
A lot of people don't like Wayne because he hates.
Why? Wait, Todd, this is huge. Why?
He lives in New Orleans. He doesn't live there anymore.
If you were a billionaire, he's not a billionaire, but you know what I mean. Why the hell would you live there?
Because it's beautiful. Oh,
I didn't
tell that to Brad Pitt and Sandra Bullock and all the other real cool Hollywood bigwigs that moved down there in the last 5 years.
There's two.
I mean, if you want me to keep going, I can keep
going.
Could
you? Actually, could you just keep going and I'll just fade us out? I mean, whatever. I get what you're saying, but okay, he moved away from home. You did too.
It's true. But
so get off of Wayne's jock, man.
I love New Orleans.
All right. Well, this was fun. Let's wrap it up. Oh wait, you didn't give me a score pick. Give me your score pick.
What?
For the Colts Broncos. You didn't give me a score.
28-24 Colts.
28-24 Colts. I wrote instead of 24, I wrote Colt.
Colt to Colt. I think the Colts will score horse points. Horse to 24. You can bet the farm on that.
All right. That's nothing. Okay, so thank you for listening. Be sure to follow at AWR Podcast on Twitter. Check out the website, ourrecordingblog.wordpress.com. I promise soon that won't be as long of a name. And this was fun, Brad. How did you feel? Are you good?
I've been better.
I've been better. All right. Thank you for listening. Peace.